beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your mid-month check-in. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading, my beautiful Librans. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, so this reading is a little bit different. Normally, us tarot readers, we check in with love or career, and we don't often go deeply into how you're doing. So I thought this is a reading to check in with your energy, see how you are, and what's going on with you. Also, any blockages or anything that you may be struggling with, to see what comes up there in terms of a solution. So let us see what's happening there. Okay, you got number 36. This is your first card. Now, just to let you know, my readings are not about religion per se. So just so you are aware, really, that card in particular is about sacrifice and the things that you sacrifice in order to get to where you want to go. But some of you may actually be struggling with your faith right now, whatever that is, whatever source you celebrate. You may be asking for answers. We've got number 36 here. This is a protagonist energy. So this is the energy that you're embodying at this present moment in time. Now, 36, when you reduce it, 3 plus 6 is 9. So I feel like you are in a solitary energy and you're making some major sacrifices in your world in order to achieve whatever it is that you are wanting to accomplish in your world. But it takes great sacrifice. And I do feel as well that you are, I mean, some of you could be like praying for a miracle, but more than that, I feel like you're working towards something that you have given a lot of time, energy, and love to, okay? I also feel that there has been a period where you felt despair and maybe turning to faith for an answer in some way. But I feel, because it's number 36, and when you reduce that energy, it's number 9, which is the Hermit. So I feel like you're trying to look inwards for truth, but also to find your faith and gain enlightenment in a situation. Now, some of you may not actually follow any sort of religion or faith, but it may be about the sacrifices, the struggles that you have been going through, and looking at it from a point of view of it is worth it. But I feel like you found it isolating or very difficult to deal with. Now, some of you may have felt you've had to take a temporary time out in order to sacrifice your time, your energy, and focus, concentrate on the things that you're trying to achieve. I mean, the outcome energies here, we've got number 29, and basically this is the feminine energy of receptivity. So I feel like this is about you sort of making sacrifices to accomplish something on your path, gain clarity, but also trying to be positive, even despite the most uncertain circumstances. So I feel, the energy that's going around the world at the moment, of course, we're all going through a major pandemic. So you may have been looking at the energy that you put out into things and making sure that it's worth it before you sort of sacrifice your time or your care or your attention to a situation or a friendship or, a job opportunity. So I feel like you are really trying to gain enlightenment, and you don't want distractions. I also feel like there's something here that you are standing your ground on. I'm going to pull a card on that just to clarify, because I feel like you are in a very stoical position. I feel like you're standing your ground on something. You're using your intuition, but you're feeling a bit weary is what they're giving me. It's almost like exhausting. Thank you so much for it, guys, guardian angels. We've got the Queen of Cups, self-care. Okay, that's basically a solution. The Queen of Cups tends to be a giver, someone who, it's almost like you're trying to find compassion for yourself. You've given a lot of compassion and a lot of sort of energy out to others. So you're always the sort of emotional crutch that people may come to in your world for advice, or, they come for sort of healing because you're a healer type energy here. But I feel like this is about you finding that time to sort of reflect on your own security, on your own journey. But also, I feel like there is an energy here, now I've got to put it like this because, obviously it's the song that they're giving me, and it's been going around all day. You would not believe, no matter what I do today, I wasn't even sure if I could do a reading because of the energy. I just kept picking up, unfortunately, the incredible artist Meatloaf passed away. Now, I don't really know much about him or his private life, but his songs I do know. And of course, they reflect moments in my life. The song that just keeps on going, no matter where I'm at, it's just been popping on in like I'm scrying at the same time as doing this reading, is I Would Do Anything for Love. And I won't do that. Okay, that song has been coming up all day, and it was only after, of course, I found out that he'd passed. I didn't pick up on it before because I was not scrying or anything like that. But I feel like there's an energy here of you sacrificing your love, your care, and your attention for something. It doesn't have to be for a person. It could be for something in your world. It could be to gain new skills. It could be you looking at your abilities. It could be you looking at the love that you give to your friends, your family. And it's almost like you're looking at the sacrifices that you've made out of love. And you may be feeling really good about yourself in some areas, but also you may be looking at part of it like, I want to put this in a very delicate way. It's like, what do you get in return? Now, we don't give to receive, of course, but I feel like it's almost like they're saying you give so much to others, my beautiful Librans, make sure you give to yourself in the same equal measure, okay? Now that song is coming up in your reading again, so I have to sort of almost do a disclaimer because that song's been going on all day, okay? All day, throughout your meditation. I do a slight meditation before the reading. No matter what, I've gone to the store, it's been playing in my head as well. And I also, I have clairaudience. It's been playing all day. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm guessing it is for your reading, but I just want to put a disclaimer out there that it has been playing all day in my life too. So it could be a bit of a crossover because, of course, the artist transitioned. So I'm just going to leave it like that. But the Four of Swords says, make sure you get some rest. Okay, make sure you also take some time out for you. So I do feel like there is like a temporary time out here for you. You may have felt like going off grid to activate some sort of self-care energy, build healthy routine, whether it's good diet, whether it is exercise, whether it is just some me time, sometimes just cozying down with a good book and no distractions, no phone, no social media, whatever. Sometimes it's really good to just be, okay, or even just meditate. So I feel it's almost like have a bit of a timeout, make sure you get some rest for you, okay? Now, in the resistance position, we've got number 29. So whatever these things are that you are giving all of your time, your care, and your attention to, it is for your soul path, because this is, 29, when you reduce it, 2 plus 9 is 11. And 11 is, of course, the Libran energy. It is the Justice card. It is about balance. It's about harmony. So I feel like this card, because this is the card of receptivity, it's the feminine energy of intuition and receiving goodness and abundance. So I feel like you have to find that balance between give and take in your world, and maybe you're trying to find that moderate point in all of your relationships. Now, obviously, this is about you knowing that there is something better on its way for you, and you're working really hard towards a goal or a dream, but there's intuition here. Don't deny your intuition. Don't disconnect from it. They really want you to connect to your center, to your gut instinct there as well. I feel like you're trying to remain positive despite difficult circumstances at grassroots. I feel like you've been going through a rocky time, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Librans. As you can see, the unified energy, which is the outcome energy, is one of the most positive cards in the deck. This is abundance. This is joy. This is about whatever it is you're working hard towards. It is like hitting jackpot, okay? So know that there is a movement forward, a motivation, a drive for you to move past this energy. The challenge is to try and remain as positive as possible and remain open and to receive, but also connect to your intuition, because it will help you through moments of loss of faith or confusion about situations. I do feel like there's been some moments where you're like completely like, I don't know which direction I'm going in. I hope I'm on the right journey. I feel like because you've got this position with that card, you are on the right path, but it's about having faith and going for it, okay? Now, the unified energy, as I said, is number 34 there. When you reduce 34, 3 plus 4 is 7. The Chariot card, which is about success, determination, willpower to overcome any challenge. So basically, they're saying, yes, it's always darkest before the dawn. Okay, they really want you to be aware that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is abundance. There is sort of a renewal of energy here. This is, of course, it was a clownfish, but it's a fish here, which basically is a signifier of prosperity, of goodness, of good times coming on in, and moving past any stagnant situations or challenges in order to receive the abundance that's on its way for you. So let's go a little bit deeper and see what's happening for you in particular. Now I'm using the wonderful Way of the Panda Tarot by Kimberly M. San. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got the Sun. Just to let you know, I'm reading only the uprights in this deck as well. Anything else that I need to clarify, I will use the reversals in these decks as well as the uprights, just so that I get a little bit of depth. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know regarding their personal energy? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Okay, they want me to go one more, so I will. They're just showing me someone yawning right now. So if that's you, yawning, perhaps it's time to, switch off. As much as I'd love you to watch this reading, your health comes first, and, getting rest comes first. You can always come back to things. Make sure you listen to your body, what it's trying to tell you first. It's really important to connect to that. So if that was you yawning, perhaps it's time to say pause to Baba's message and just sort of like come back later. Just make sure you get some good sleep there. So if that is you, though, there will be something in this message for you, so you can connect back to it later. They're just obviously saying it's time to take a step back and honor your body. Now, of course, if it doesn't resonate for you in the physical sense right now, it can mean that you're feeling pretty exhausted with having a lot of responsibility, because when you think about this card, it's attributed to a lot of responsibility, okay? And I feel you may have felt alone in that responsibility, may have felt there was quite a heavy load on your shoulders as you sort of try and work hard towards something, or you're trying to sort of achieve some sort of peaceful sanctuary in your home. We've got the Sun card here, and we got the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're working hard towards, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve, I mean, you're putting it full investment in this, and you're trying to be really positive. Anyone who can ever tell you when they've been successful, they've put so much hard work in there. They're actually showing me an iceberg right now. So an iceberg. Let me just see what I mean. I can't imagine any of you are actually looking at an iceberg as you're listening to this reading, but I feel like it's about the depth that you've gone to sort of create success in your world. Everybody just sees the tip of the iceberg, the sort of little pointy bit that's sticking out. Nobody else sees the work or everything that's gone on before, the deep, because they're just showing me it like a grid, like layers, okay? Nobody sees below the surface. They don't see what it took to get to where you're at, okay? And I feel like there's some major breakthroughs going for you, but the Sun card says you're trying to remain positive, even when things have been delayed, or, some of you may actually be seeking the sun. I mean, a lot of us are seeking the sun. We're always trying to seek the sun because it feels good in that warmth. I mean, the majority, not everybody, but I feel the sun card is to do with success. But also, I feel like it's about relationships flourishing. It's about, you know, a time of plenty, you know, being able to relax, knowing that you're protected, projects coming to fruition, all the good stuff. But I feel like you've actually sacrificed a lot to get to this position in the first place. You're trying to remain positive. Financially, I feel like, you know, you're fully invested in order to gain more money. The Ten of Pentacles says, you know, you may be working towards something that you can save a lot of money for your retirement, or for, you know, to build a home or to buy a home. There's some sort of investment that's going to bear fruits here. But of course, it required all of your time, your care, your attention, and it hasn't left you much time for you. So do try to make sure you have some time for yourself. These two cards indicate that whatever it is you're doing, it is worth it. Okay, so if you've been wondering if you're on the right path or not, the answer is yes, you're doing an awesome job. A stellar job is what they're giving me. I said awesome, but they went stellar job. So either your name is Stella, or, you know, Stella is about light. It's about stars. You know, it's about stepping into the spotlight. It is about illumination. So I feel like there is a really positive, hopeful energy of you creating the success that you truly deserve and desire. Okay. That doesn't mean all of you want to be famous, but I feel like there will be a recognition of you sort of hitting the jackpot or hitting the target that you've been aiming for, okay? And I feel financially there's quite a lot of money that is attached to this long term. Now, in the resistance position, we've got the Ace of Wands here, and we got the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you may have been working hard for a breakthrough, but you may have felt like destiny was against you in some way, or you've been taking 2 or 3 steps forward and you felt like you were taking 10 steps back, okay? The Knight of Pentacles here is a very slow moving knight. So for example, if some of you have, you know, lost your job or lost a position that you felt was unkind in some way, because the Ace of Swords in this position indicates you may have thought, well, it's like it's showing up in the reverse there, but I don't really read reversals in this, but I'm just getting an energy of it. So I have to acknowledge all the energy that comes through. So you may have felt like it was a poor judgment on someone's behalf to either release you from a position, or you felt there's been some sort of dishonesty or something, you know, untoward here. I do feel like, you know, there will be security, and you will sort of align yourself with your true heart's desire, but also another opportunity that's even more rewarding than the one before, okay? But the Ace of Wands, I hope I said Ace of Wands before and not Ace of Swords. If I said Ace of Swords, I mean, it's still a breakthrough, but the Ace of Wands is about creative, wherever your passion kind of lays there. I do feel like this is some sort of, in this position, it's like, someone may have rejected you for something, for example. It doesn't have to be a career, but I was just giving that as an example. So if you felt like there was some sort of delay, false start, or maybe even a rejection in some sort of area of your life, I feel like you're trying to be positive about it, and Spirit want you to really sort of remember that rejection is protection and redirection. And I know I say that a lot, but Spirit wants us to remember it quite a lot, so that we don't take these things personal. Because once we start taking things like rejection really personal, and it's really hard not to, of course, we're all human, we're all, you know, we're all in grown-ass bodies, paying the bills, trying to do life, trying to manage a pandemic, all of those things, but we're still those little children. You know, that we came a bright spark into the world. We all had hopes and dreams and imagined our lives to be a certain way, and some people's lives went that way and some people's didn't. You know, if we all ask ourselves that honest question, are we where we thought we would be when we were children? Maybe not. You know, if I really think about it, I want to be a rock star. So, you know, there was a point where, you know, you come to the realization that perhaps that's not going to happen. And I feel you have to honor the fact that whatever has happened in your life, you are thriving and surviving in difficult circumstances. And I feel like there is an offer coming through. There is a creative offer coming through, that actually be open to receive it. I feel like it's a gift from the universe that's coming through here to help you out in whatever it is that you've been either praying for or trying to manifest. I feel like, you know, there is it's attached to some sort of financial investment is what I feel there, just because the Pentacle's there, but it could be about you give your all to everything. And it's about time to receive for the sacrifices that you've made. So I feel like it is time for you to be open to receive the abundance that is on its way for you. But you may have suffered some sort of setback or felt like whatever it is you've been working towards is just always out of reach and you never quite get it. But I feel that's all about to change, okay? Now, in the final position here, we do have a Four of Pentacles and an Eight of Swords. So you may be worried about security. I mean, it's a natural human state to be worried about security and balance and harmony, especially your sign, my beautiful Librans, because that is an element, it's an attribute to your element. Or a trait that connects to your sign about, you know, with the scales and things like that. But the Four of Pentacles does indicate that there will be long-term security. Also, I feel this is about ownership. You're totally owning your position. You have built a solid foundation and you will find a solution if you're going through a difficult period. I feel like the Sun card indicates clarity on a difficult situation and you sort of coming up trumps, you actually finding a perfect solution for whatever it is you're wrestling with. Whether it's money, whether it's, you know, because sometimes, well, a lot of the time, January is a very difficult financial month for a lot of people, okay? So I feel like there is going to be a little helping hand from the universe that comes along, and it may surprise you because, I mean, you've got a couple of cards of abundance here. You've got the Sun, the Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Fish. These are all very important cards when it comes to receiving, and you've got a Two of Cups to end, which means you're being given an opportunity because of your generosity in the past. So it's almost like good karma is coming back around. They really want you to be mindful of worrying. Now, we all worry. I'm not pointing a finger at you. We all have moments of feeling nervous, especially when we're trying to build security in the most uncertain circumstances. So the Eight of Swords basically is release yourself from keeping yourself stuck, because fear and also isolation, if you feel like you've been isolated in a situation or you feel very alone in a situation, they are indicating that number one, they're giving me that you're not alone. Your guides are with you. So please talk to them whenever you feel that you need to reach out, and they will actually give you a sign pretty much immediately. Okay, we often forget that our guides are there. They only really intervene when we are in danger in some way or in trouble in some way. But if you just reach out to them to give you a sign, they normally sort of do it quite quickly, actually. But you have to ask. Also, they're showing me right now, they're showing me an image of what looks like a chain or something hanging on a wall. I mean, it could be a piece of jewelry, but it looks like a chain to me. I can't see anything. I can't see any pendant or anything on it at the angle that they're giving it to me, but it's slightly moving, ever so slightly moving. So that may even be a sign from one of your guides that they are with you and that they're walking with you, and that any difficult period that you've been going through or wrestling with is coming to an end, and they've got you. Okay, that's what they're indicating. They've got your back. The Eight of Swords says, feel the fear, do it anyway. Release yourself, have clarity. I feel like you're going to be in a very good position in order to move forward from. And we've got a Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups reminds you that you are loved. Not just by people in spirit, but by people around you. Even if you feel very solitary right now, there are a lot of people who care about you, is what they're indicating with this card. The Two of Cups also is about balance. It's about harmony. It is about reciprocal energy. At grassroots, if you take love and sort of opportunity out of this card, it basically means you are aligning yourself with a reciprocal exchange. So everything you give out, you get back. So it is about lasting relationships. It's about replenishing your energy and encouraging others. It's about remembering to express yourself. If you are looking for love, I mean, there is an opportunity at love coming on in here. If you're already in love and in a partnership, you may have been going through a rocky time, you will find that your person is actually truly invested in you. There was a lot of worry about the stability of the relationship, but I feel that may have been going through a bit of a difficult time, and this person is going to really show up for you, okay? But with this Two of Cups, I do feel like this is unity. and it is about the give and take. So I feel like you've been very generous with your love, your care, and your attention, and it only stands to reason that you're about to receive because of it. So I do feel like this is going to be, they just keep giving me this energy. Remember you are loved. Remember you are loved. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but they're indicating there you are loved. Now they want me to go one more, which is so unusual, but there I am, the Tower. And cross it, they said. Oh, okay. Maybe they said and cross it because it connects to this. So you may have been going through a very shocking period in time. Some sort of difficult personal situation there. The Queen of Cups. So when I clarified, they just want you to be aware that this is a very special reading, okay, is what they're giving me right now. Because when I actually clarified the cross, they gave you the Queen of Cups, okay, out of this deck. I hope you remember. If not, it was right at the beginning there. They're showing me that the Tower, okay, they said, and cross it. That is what they said to me just before. They wanted me to cross this card. So I thought, oh, it's a connection to this card. And they've given the Queen of Cups again. So they just want you to remember that you are love and you are loved. Okay, so I do feel like this is about finding emotional stability in the storm. The Tower energy tends to be something that brings upheaval, that may feel uncomfortable at the time, but actually it is a very positive transition. It takes you out of any stagnant energy. The Tower is basically like an epiphany. It doesn't have to be like your whole world is crumbling or the foundations of what you knew before have all just come away. It can mean that you have a moment of sort of epiphany where you have a different way of thinking. You have an aha moment, a sudden moment of clarity. It could also mean that there has been something that shocked you or has sort of made you sort of keep it's almost like your eyes are wide open, and I feel like it's been some sort of surprise and Spirit saying, we got you, we love you, we're looking after you there with that Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is full of love. But it's also about make sure you have self-care. You're a healer. Make sure you protect your wonderful self against any negative energies and things like that. Now, I'm not saying anyone's got any negative energy against you at all. I don't feel that in the reading. But if you ever feel like, you meet sometimes energy vampires who... they take your wonderful time. They don't even realize it. They're just absorbing your energy all the time. And you feel exhausted. And you're like, whoa. You walk away from that person feeling really low. Because somehow they turn it all around and make you feel low about yourself in some way. Just be mindful of those people. I always carry like a black tourmaline there. I'm not here to sell anything, so you can get it from your local store or online from someone who has their own store or something like that. It just helps with negative energy. It just absorbs negative energy and just keeps you protected. I'm just going to clarify this Tower. Ooh. Just to make sure, because I feel like you are protected. The Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay, they were talking about some sort of, you got two pages here. A Page of Pentacles and a Page of Wands. So maybe something that you love doing, that you're passionate about, has either stalled or has in some way been taken away from you. I feel like it was a surprise, either a surprise rejection or some sort of a surprise difficult moment. It could have been a surprise bill, for example, that came out and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know the bill was going to be that much money. So I do feel like Ace of Swords, again, in the same position. They're indicating that whatever it was that you felt, because you got an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Swords in this position. So whatever it is that you felt was either someone, it brought a lot of mental stress and, you felt was very unfair. They're indicating with this card, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, things will sort of right itself, okay? It's almost like everything will make amends. Everything is like on the mend. So whatever it is that was shocking, it's like on the mend. It's going to be okay, okay? It's almost like don't run away from bills or don't run away from anything that you felt was difficult. I feel like you're going to overcome the challenge and you are secure in that energy. Page of Pentacles. Now this, because there's something, they're really highlighting the Page of Pentacles for me. So this may have been some sort of surprise, sort of bill that came out, or something about, I just feel like it's something about money, okay? They're indicating that it will be replaced by something better. I mean, you got the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles there. So whatever has been taken away, normally with a Tower, is replaced with something better. It means coming out of a comfort zone. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Tower is on fire. The Tower basically represents prison. So if you felt like you're going round and round and round in a circle on a situation, and you've been sort of debating something, it's almost like the universe comes along and says, oh, you can't get off the fence on that. We're going to little nudge you off that fence, so you have to make a decision. And two figures, they leap into the unknown in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, sort of the Tower card. And it is because it is better to come out of your comfort zone and take a chance on something than it is to remain stuck in a situation. The only thing that's keeping you stuck here in this reading is fear. The Eight of Swords tends to mean self-imposed restriction. So if you feel like, for example, there's an opportunity coming on in here for you, if you feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I can't take this because of whatever, or I'm not good enough, or I don't know if I can do this, they really want you to correct the way that you talk to yourself. No more negative self-talk, okay? Because I feel like you're about to open your arms to a lot of abundance. You can achieve whatever it is. Dream big, dream bold, because it is achievable. If someone has done it before you, it is achievable. If they're giving me, it's almost like they're giving me back my own story, and which is, you know, at one stage, because so many people have become rock stars, it is something that is achievable, but it's something that I then decided was not right for my path, okay? So, you know, it's not that I was sitting there going, ah, damn, I could have been a rock star. You know, it's more that I found that my path was leading in a different direction, okay? But people have become rock stars before me, so it is something that is achievable. So these are your personal power cards that you should be sort of acknowledging as we move through this time period. I am knowledge, okay? So you have everything you need within you to navigate your pathway, to find a solution, and the universe has your back, okay? Maybe some of you are actually studying right now. That's what I am knowledge. You're doing a lot of sacrificing your time in order to learn about something or bring yourself in a different direction in terms of your lifestyle. And I feel like it is going to pay off for you. And we've also got I am connected. It's interesting because we've got a Two of Cups, which are two figures there. You know, they're almost like twins. And then we've got that, it's a Gemini card. It's number 35 there, which is the number of the self. When you reduce it, 8. Of course, and we've got the Two of Cups. So I feel like you are connected to the universe. What you want wants you. Albert Einstein mentioned that you have to match the frequency of the thing that you want because it already exists in an alternative frequency. You just have to magnetize it towards you in this frequency, in this 3D, okay? So just be mindful. Thoughts become things, and the way that you talk to yourself, this has been coming up a lot in the readings, so I'm just going to mention it for you now briefly. Whenever you talk, you know, words, we spell words, spells. Spells are things that are cast in order to create. So every time we speak, we are actually spelling. We are actually throwing words, intentions out to the universe. So if we feel like we cannot do something, then we are right. We cannot do it because we have uttered those thoughts, those words, that we cannot do something. But if you turn it around and believe you can achieve, you will receive. I know that sort of rhymes. I didn't mean to, but I feel it's more about thoughts becoming things, okay? So every time you talk about yourself in the negative, you become what you talk about. You're spelling, you're talking. So I hope that makes sense. So they just really want you to be aware of how you talk to yourself as well. But the sacrifices you're making are going to pay off. So they really want you to be aware of that. Now this is your final card. Interesting, because you know, they really wanted you to be aware that you are loved and you're not alone. And we've got dog and friend. Okay, so dog is about loyalty, and friend, you are a very good friend, my beautiful Librans, to a lot of people. And I feel like they actually, because you're so caring, loving, you're actually honest as well, open, and you stand for what is right, for truth. for integrity. It says, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. So you may have felt a lot of responsibility and, you know, felt a lot of sacrifice, but it is appreciated. It is noticed. And I feel like you're going to see in the next couple of weeks, couple of months even, that a lot of people do actually appreciate you. But also, I feel like you are choosing to be happy because you got the Sun card. You're choosing to be positive, even in the most difficult circumstances. But as you can see, we've got a wonderful wolf there amongst the dog pack. So you may have been wondering about your direction because the wolf is the pathfinder. So you may have been wondering about what next, what's next on your soul path, what do you need to do in order to achieve what it is that you want to. But I feel like you have a lot of loyal people who would come to your aid as well, should you be struggling with anything. But I feel like you've been there for people and sacrificed a lot for them. Now, just as I rub the card, people ask me, why do I rub the card? I get more energy when I rub the card. They're just showing me an Irish setter. An Irish setter. Wonderful brown, sort of, it looks almost like auburn brown kind of dog, long shaggy ears, that sort of thing. If you've got a dog like that, there's something in this message for you. Or maybe you're going to see one of those. Or maybe as you're listening to this reading, you can see a picture, maybe on a billboard or on the internet or on the TV of a dog that looks like that, okay? So I'm just going to put it out like that. It's going to resonate somewhere. I'm just going to use the trinket before we close. Thank you so much. Okay. So we've got a wonderful key here. It's got the three-legged sign to move forward. And also, you know, that's about breakthrough. It's about unity, moving forward. But I hope you can see that the little sort of nubbin to get in the door, the key, is a tulip. So you're unlocking some sort of fresh new start there. I feel by April, whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, you will see it blossom in front of your very eyes, or at least news to that effect that it is starting to appear on the physical plane. April is a very important month for you. I know we're only January, but I feel like you're going to see progress, and they want me to put it on the fish. So I do feel like this is some sort of abundant opportunity, or whatever it is you're trying to create. It's a solid, you're going to see it show up on the physical plane before April, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Librans. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. There's just showing me that chain again, moving back and forth. So I'm not really sure. It only pops back up if I haven't really hit the mark on the image. I have to decode the images and the energy that I get from it. So I mean, a chain hanging on the wall. It may belong to somebody who is important to you from the past. It's a signifier. So they want you to keep an eye on it or something like that. So if you've got a chain hanging on your wall, notice it more from time to time. And I feel like you're going to notice it when it's moving, just ever so slightly. It may even be just a breeze that you think. You think it's just a breeze. I feel like they're indicating it's not just a breeze. It's someone trying to get noticed that you know in spirit, okay? Just to let you know that they're there walking with you. So I'm just going to leave it there. I hope something resonates. And thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.